Hey folks, your OS reviews. You're watching our video first look and a quick review of the Pvendor in-ear style headphones. These are traditional wired headphones that are meant to perhaps replace box headsets you get when you purchase a cell phone. It works with any 3.5mm device like a laptop, a Samsung or an HTC or an Apple device, and otherwise it also includes an inline remote control for you to access the volume, as well as call reject that also dubs as play and pause controls. When you get this on Amazon, it only sells for about 15 bucks, which is pretty inexpensive. It comes in a pair of two, actually. The packaging is quite reminiscent of the Apple EarPods, so not too original in that sense, but you do get different colors that you can match to your liking. We picked the orange and green version, which is pretty reminiscent of Halloween, but otherwise they have this pretty bright and vibrant look to it, and the box is pretty generic and simple. Everything seems to be printed and documented in Chinese. As you can see in the front there, some other basic info located on the back, including the specifications of the earphones themselves, a 1.2 meter long cable, which is about average, 3.5mm jacks. You can check out the company down below there. It's based in China. In terms of the loudness, it gets up to 94 decibels, which is a decent amount, and the range is about 20 to 20,000 hertz for the independents, and this is also for the drivers. It's using 2 MW drivers, which are again a little bit small. And in terms of actual audio quality, we have already taken these out of the box. They produce kind of tinny sound, which is a little bit unfortunate. So it really isn't a huge, massive improvement over the existing box headsets that comes with your device basically for free. So that's again a little bit disappointing, even though the box is kind of cool looking, even though it's reminiscent of the EarPods. So taking a closer look at the design, they are again very bright and vibrant. You have access to the logo from the company on the very top there, left and right indicators, as well as silicone tips. There are no other adjustment tips included in the box, but these are pretty comfortable and noise isolating, so once you wear them, they will block out quite a bit of sound, and there's not too much sound leaking out either. They are made entirely out of plastic, so they are extremely lightweight, and they don't feel very premium either. There are no metal components, but at least if you wear these for extended periods of time, like 3 to 4 hours, it doesn't really get too stressful either, just because they are pretty comfortable and they don't weigh too much. The wire being used here is a flat ribbon wire design, which prevents tangling, which is certainly nice to see on a budget pair of earphones. And there's even a built-in microphone on the one side for answering calls, which is a nifty feature to have, even though it's not noise isolated. That does mean that discerning speakers and listeners will be able to hear some background sounds if you're using this to answer calls outdoors. So not the best microphone, but at least it's included here. On the front, there's dedicated controls, which are pretty tactile and responsive, corresponding to the volume, as well as the play, pause, answer, reject, all very tactile and easy to use, raised above the surface, so no issues there. There's a splitter on the side, and then on the very bottom you have access just to a gold-plated 3.5mm jack. So it is gold-plated, which offers a pretty tight and secure connection with your audio source when you plug it into your device. Again, moving back to audio quality, we weren't overly impressed by the sound that these produced. They are very cheap, but we have heard better in this particular, even in this price category of headphones, at around $10. In general, I found that these were a little bit tinny, so the sound quality wasn't very rich, it wasn't very dynamic. Even though they could get quite loud, it just seemed a little flat and two-dimensional as opposed to three-dimensional, so it doesn't really pop or leap out at you. With that being said, they are reasonably clean sounding, so you can be able to hear various parts of an instrumental, so they are decent, I guess, for pop music, electronic music. Wouldn't really recommend it for classical music or, for heavy bass heads looking for rock music either, because they really do lack that punch in terms of a background sound. So audio quality is only so, perhaps better than some boxed in earphones, but certainly not by much. So if you can spend a little bit more money, I would recommend maybe putting out the extra cash, $5 to $10, 20 bucks to get a more solid pair of headphones. And even though you get two in the box, really it's the quality that matters, not the quantity, right? And I think this is a prime example of that. But overall, they look decent. Perhaps might be good as a gift, as a stocking stuffer, or maybe for kids to just play around with, since they are so cheap, and you really won't, have to worry about them breaking or losing these in time. So to check out more details about these headsets, you can read our full written review. But this has been our video. Thanks for watching. Here are OS reviews.